Hey, 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 good evening. Hello, good morning, depending on where you're watching this Eight Steps to Wellness Dare to Dream series. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm excited. Look, we have a few more minutes before the actual class is going to start. And I hope you've registered because the benefits of registering. Can I tell you? Can I tell you the benefits of you registering is one, you'll actually get the receive the replay for if you get the whole package deal, you'll get all the replays and different assignments that may be part of the class, as well as you'll have a chance to be live. Like this is a live course, online course, but you'll have the chance during the Q&A section to have your question answered during a live chat, the live session class, during a live class. So I hope those who are registered, and I also hope that you are aware that some of you have realized that 8 weeks may be too long for you, and you might just want to sign up for your that one particular class that you feel is really calling your name and saying, I need to be in that course. You can actually register for that class individually. So be sure to visit Faith Steps 8. But just in case you didn't know, I am Gladys Peaches Kenney, your faith motivator, author, speaker, cancer survivor, and life coach. And meanwhile, while we are waiting until that time, please put in the chat roll call. Let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're watching this live. I want to say, give you a shout out, give you that shout out, okay? Give you the shout out. And if you hear music in the background, I do not own the rights to that music, but definitely got to have an opportunity to be live, a little music to get us going, okay? Let us know where you're calling from. Let us know, let us know. I hope y'all having a good evening on tonight. I'm excited about tonight's class. But meanwhile, just to do while we're waiting on the roll call and putting in the chat where you're from, um, I wanted to definitely let you know that 8 Steps to Wellness, this is for you to gain clarity, to build up your confidence, also to empower you to work on your goals and your dreams and things that you may have put off. You may have put yourself on a back burner. Hello, I know oftentimes women, we take on a lot of roles and we often put ourselves on the back burner. So this is an opportunity for you to say, listen, it's about me. It's about me putting myself as a priority today. Okay. I have, okay, we got Sarah in the house coming from Baltimore. Okay, hello, Sarah. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yes, yes, yes. Share this video. Okay, okay. Share this video. Listen, you can still register for next week's class. We're going to be talking about don't settle. Last week was procrastination and its impact. The first week was owning success. And listen, it's so important for you to walk in your confidence, be able to acknowledge um, what goals and things you're going to work on, believe in yourself and claim it and walk boldly in it. Okay. All right. So I again I am Gladys Pieces Kenny. I hope that you will definitely be sure to share this video and listen, take advantage. Also, mark your calendars. I'm gonna make this announcement later for those who are actually registered for the class. But mark your calendar on November the 27th. There's a pop-up shop. Black Friday, Black that weekend of shopping. Be sure to stop by the Owens Mills Library. I'll be live and in person. I'll be having my books, and I have other products. My Stepping Out on Faith book I'll have, and I'll also have my book dealing with mental health, helping children deal with mental health. So if you work with young children and or you have children, that's a great book, a great investment, a great tool to give. So, this is out that time to get those savings. Make sure you stop by the Owens Mills Library on Saturday, November the 27th from 1 to 4. I'll be there live in person. If you get your books, I'll be able to autograph them for you. And the first few people will actually be able to get a free gift if with their purchase of the Hayden's Happy, Sad, and Sometimes Mad Feelings. But meanwhile, who else is in the house? Anybody else in the house? Listen, this 8 steps to wellness. This has been awesome. For those who are just learning who I am one who has made it through cancer, hence the pink. I have made it through, survived cancer, and so I'm definitely here sharing my knowledge, my wisdom, and my background. My professional background is social work and providing therapy, so mental health services to the community. So, okay, so put a 2 in the chat if you are about ready to get this thing started. Can I get a 2 in the chat if you are ready to get this class started? Oh, we got Nia from Baltimore. She's been hanging with us the whole time. I want to give a shout out to her. She has been tuning in the whole time, and she keeps coming back. And when you know that something is good, you keep coming back, right? Hello, hello. I'm excited. Again, these courses are now individually available. 1 hour course. Listen, you'll spend $40 on or just dinner, actually. One meal that once you eat that meal, that is it. Once you eat that meal, that's it. But invest. Oh, okay, I got one more person who's ready. Um, Nia is ready. Nia is ready. But listen, invest in yourself. 1 hour of learning knowledge and gaining that powerful information to help you go to that next level is so vital. It's really important for you to invest in yourself. Stop putting yourself on the back burner. I know what it's like. I've been there. But when you start investing in yourself, things start attracting. You start attracting that positive vibe, those positive energy, those positive connections for you to go to the next level. So be willing to invest in you. Be sure to visit faithsteps8.com. Go to the 8 steps to wellness page, scroll down and click on if you want the package deal, get it. Again, the package deal, the you get to get all the replays. You'll also again be able to be a part of the live um, Q&A, and also you'll have that information in your arsenal so you can refer back to it. 8 steps to wellness, dare to dream. Hashtag 8 steps to wellness, dare to dream. Yes, listen, you don't want to miss it. Register next week. We'll be talking about don't settle. How many raise your hand if you ever settled? What? Yes, if you've ever settled for less than what you were worth, less than what you deserve. And now it's time for us to take our rightful place. Follow me on Faith Steps 8 on Instagram, or Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream, or just Faith Steps 8. And I'm excited. Class is about to join. Listen, if you have registered, you could be a part of the live Q&A that we're going to be having later on towards the end of class. You'll get a chance to have that actual live vibe. Okay, listen, you don't want to miss it. Isn't it time for you to take advantage of what God has for you? It's your time. It's your season. It's your season. Again, tonight's topic is shifting your mindset. We have to shift our mindset in order for us to change and go to the next level. Yep. So visit faithsteps8.com if you want to and register. Yep. Fill out the class. Click on the link that you the class you want. Okay. We have a few more weeks remaining. Okay. The 8 steps to wellness. All right. And I think my folks are ready. They are ready for us to go ahead and start class on tonight. Faith Steps 8, Gladys features Kenney, your faithful motivator. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Out of nowhere. Won't he do it? Well, let me say goodbye. I hope you enjoy. Listen, share this video. There's a few more weeks left. We don't, the 8 steps of wellness does not end until December the 20th. So you can still sign up, you can still register so that you can register for the class that you want. Okay, register for the class that you want. If the remainder of this series you don't have the time for, invest that 1 hour, 8 to 9, 1 hour of your time, and get these faith nuggets, these jewels that I'm dropping. Okay, okay. Well, anyway, I'm about to sign off. Again, this is Gladys, which is Kenney, your faith motivator, author, speaker, cancer survivor, life coach at your service. See you next time. Register, check it out, check it out, check it out. God bless. Follow me at Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream on my Facebook page. Okay, follow me at Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream on Facebook or and Faith Steps 8. Okay, be sure to visit that page, share the page. Okay. All right. Oh, so hello, everybody. Hello, those who have registered for the class. Thank you for signing up on tonight. I appreciate it. I just want to start out with a few quotes. Um, One, go confidently towards your dreams, and oh my goodness, I can't read. Or in the direction of your dreams and live the life that you imagine. It's so important for us to go after our dreams. And by y'all showing up tonight, you are indicating that that's what you are doing. You're going after your dreams. And then we have another quote: the greatest glory in living is not never failing, but rising every time we fall. Put your hand up if you know that as you've been living in life, sometimes you failed. Sometimes you just didn't get it right. Huh? Right? Sometimes I can relate, okay? But the important thing is to make sure that you get back up. Okay? And in tonight's class, we're going to be talking about shifting. Shifting. Next slide, please. Shifting. Shifting, we're going to talk about shifting our mindset. Shifting your mindset. Shifting your what are you thinking? Say, what am I thinking? Say, what am I thinking? Shifting your mindset. And I want y'all to look at this picture, and I want you to be honest, because this is a safe space, right? This is a safe space in which we're in, and you're here because you're recognizing that okay, you want to improve, you want to invest in yourself, you want to gain some new knowledge, you want to be reminded of some things, you want that sense of accountability, and you want to deal with somebody that you trust and that you have seen demonstrate one the importance of daring to dream and shifting your mindset and overcoming. So that is definitely important anytime you're taking a class or you're participating in something. And so for just shifting your mindset, what? Yes, I knew I wasn't by myself. Yes, shifting our mindset. Sometimes our thinking could be off. And even though I'm teaching this class, I'm the faith coach, I'm the faith motivator, I'm the licensed social worker. Sometimes my thoughts are not always in line. They're not always in line. Sometimes, depending on what has been filtered in, can make a difference on your vision on what you see. And so we're going to look at these glasses right here. We have two glasses. So that definitely seeing these two glasses that lets us know that oftentimes we have more than one way of seeing things, right? So we have more than one way to view or see things. So we have these two glasses and we're talking about shifting your mind. What do you see? Is that glass half empty or is it half full? And be honest in you can put in the chat like how do you normally respond? How do you normally respond when you see a glass? Oh, it's half full or it's half empty. And if you were to say, well, Miss Kenney, I I see it as honestly half empty. It's almost gone. I have a little bit of drink left. Or you may say, yep, okay. Thank you. We got some honest folks in the house. I love it. Because when you are honest and you acknowledge where you are, that gives you a whole chance of being able to move forward. So we have half and half. Well, I would say it's half full. Half full. But depending on if I want to share or not, I might say, hey, it's half empty. No, you can't have any more. It just depends. It depends what's in the drink, what's in the cup. All right. So tonight, next slide. Tonight we're going to be talking about, of course, shifting your mindset. We're going to be talking about what that looks like, some of the challenges that cause us to think that it's half empty. And I just want to let y'all know you're not alone because other people are going to watch this replay and they're going to be both. It's going to be half full and half empty. You're not alone because there are different challenges in life that sometimes tend to curve or um, shift our mindset. And we're going to talk about shifting going higher to another level. But I'm about to do a little poll. I just want to know out of 100%, right? I want to know the average person, what percentage do you think thinks positively, and what percentage do you think thinks negatively? Now, keep in mind you got 100. Think of that 100. So out of 100, how many would you say think positively, and how many what percentage would you say thinks negatively? Put it in the chat. Put your for your positive, put that percentage, and then put the slash mark and put for negative, put that percentage. But it needs to total up to a 100. Okay, it needs to total up to 100. I just want to see what you guys think, and let's see. What do you think? What percentage would it be? 30, 70? Would it be 25, 75, 2%? Okay, so 75%. So I got 175% negative. So that would leave 25% positive. What's your next guess? I know we have somebody else on here. What else is the next guess? Okay. Um, what else? So I got set. Okay, 25% is positive. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? You weren't too far off. We're gonna go to the next slide. We're gonna go to the next slide. So listen, the average person, and I received the statistics. This was from 2017, and to be honest, I think Sarah, I think you might be right since we done experienced COVID. This is 2070. Oh, okay, we have Cheryl in the house. This is 2021 now, but this statistic is based on 3 years ago, before COVID. So if these numbers are as high as they are, saying 80%, 80% think negatively, where there's just 20% thinks positively. Yo, that is like crazy. The average person is going around thinking in a negative way and having negative thoughts. So we got to change that. We have to change that. All right, because thinking can have a real impact. Okay, next slide. It has a real impact. We have to watch what we are thinking. Yes, what you think does matter. Say, put in the chat what I think does matter. What I think does matter. Yes, because what you are thinking will yield it can yield positive or negative results. So these are some things that I teach when I'm working, because what you think, right? What you think has an impact on, oh, what you think has an impact if you're all right. I think your browser has lost connection. Y'all can still hear me. Can you still hear me? If you can hear me, put a 5 in the chat. No, I mean a 3 in the chat if you can still hear me. Technical difficulties are part of the process. Okay, I just want to let you know, even when you're doing your amazing things as part of the process, everyone can hear, and they're saying they can see me, but I can't see myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep on. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep on. Okay. All right. Well, look, what you. Okay. I'm still in the show. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Put a 5 in the chat if you can still hear me. But I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna believe that you can still at least hear me. So, what you think has an impact on your feelings and your actions. So, if you're thinking negatively, if you're thinking, well, you know what, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't do this, or I need some help, and you start thinking, and good, you can hear me, awesome. If you start thinking, you know what, um you have something that you need from somebody, and you're thinking negatively, like, well, I'm too embarrassed to ask this person for some help, or I need to do this assignment. But if you start having those feelings, those like negative feelings and what have you, it's going to impact your actions. So your action may be, I ain't going to ask for them for no help. I'm not going to call that, whether it's your supervisor, or I'm not going to call and ask that person. And what does that do? That causes you to miss out on opportunities. That causes you to miss out on opportunities. Whereas if you're like, look, man, I need some help, or I need to work on such and such, I am going to ask. I might feel a little humble, but you know what? I believe this person's going to be able to help me with what I need. The action to be, you go ahead and ask the person gladly helps and supports you, and then you can move forward. All right. So how you think impacts your type of incomes that you, the outcomes that you have. Next slide. Oh, oh, awesome, awesome. Yes, yes. Technology is something, y'all. I'm telling you, but listen, we still rocking and rolling, because what we doing tonight, we're shifting our mindset. We're shifting. And when you shift, that means what sometimes you have to what pivot. I don't know if anybody watches basketball or has ever played it, but sometimes when you're going down the court, you have to pause and pivot, because your opponents may be coming up against you, and you have to what switch directions sometimes. So when you are shifting, that means you have to shift the direction in which you're going, and you have to be willing to try something new. You have to be willing to make different moves. Can somebody put in the chat, make different moves? Make different make different moves in the chat. Okay, because as you're shifting your mindset is the way you think, your values, your belief system. And we already talked about and agreed that sometimes our with the way we think, our belief system cannot is not always aligned. And I have to throw in this shameless plug. It's so important to align yourself with God. It's so important to align yourself with his word and obeying his word. Let me shameless plug, but definitely making sure you are aligned and doing what going in the right direction. Or if you notice you're not going the right direction, be willing to shift your and pivot. You shift yourself and pivot. And even tonight, another live example. Can I tell you, this stepping out on this 8 steps to wellness is teaching me to thank you. I got it in the chat. It's teaching me as your coach, as the faith motivator, that I have to pivot, that I have to step out on faith, that I have to shift my mindset. Why? Even once again, tonight, I had a technical difficulty. Y'all was seeing me in person, but now you're not able to see me. I had to what? Pivot. I had to try something different and keep going, because guess what? Each time, every time I show up, even in the midst of being sometimes nervous, even in the midst of feeling like, okay, this technical thing sometimes gives me a challenge, but I'm going to show up, I'm going to shift, and something that happened. But what? I keep stepping out, I keep showing up and shifting. So tonight, pivot is your word, and new direction is your word, because you have to be willing to pivot and go in a new direction, because you have to also, in addition to that, when you're shifting your mindset, you have to be willing to distinguish and tell the difference between, is it a trick or is it the truth? Is it a trick or truth? Say trick or truth. Now I do not celebrate Halloween. Just I don't. But they got that thing trick or treat. This is trick or truth. Because sometimes, say sometimes your mind can play tricks on you. Yes, your mind can, because your mind is our brain is an amazing organ that we have, and it can allow us to imagine so many things, which God has given us that gift to imagine things that we desire and want. It can go towards the positive or the negative. You can imagine this great, beautiful life, and you could also be thinking of the negative doom and gloom type of things that could be happening. And so when you are shifting your mindset, when you are shifting, you have to be able to distinguish what is a trick of your mind. Like, is that right? Is that really how that person is thinking about me? Or am I having being triggered by another situation that has nothing to do with that present situation? Or distinguish, well, is this the truth? Well, is there evidence? Make sure there's evidence, that you have definitely factual evidence to prove that whichever way you're trying to shift your mindset towards something different, make sure that you're not being sliding in the wrong direction because you're believing something that's not true. And what we call that, when you believe something that's not true and everybody else knows it's not true, we call that a delusion. Okay, just for just for sake of education. All right, next slide. All right, shifting your mindset. We want to know what's on your mind. So, that 80% that says those negative thoughts that we're having, that 80%, you know what that lets me know? These are the things that are causing us to have that 80% of that negative mindset. One, worry. Worry. Are my bills going to be paid? Is my job stable? Will I have housing? And those are some natural concerns. Don't get me wrong. But it should not be actually consuming your daily thought patterns. Okay. Then you also have what I call the doubt, and then there's the Moses syndrome. Say, what's the Moses syndrome? Say, you just put Moses in the chat it with question mark. The Moses syndrome, I like to call, is, I don't, for my little Bible scholars or just a little history, God had called Moses and told him to basically be in charge. And God told him to be in charge, but guess what? He was like, God, I can't do that. And how many of us have told God told you to do something, and you said, I can't do that because of blah blah blah. So I call the Moses syndrome, because Moses was like, God, I can't say that or do that because I stutter. I have a stuttering problem. And again, how many of you have said, God, I can't speak to that crowd, or God, I can't write that book, or God, I can't go to this place or get that job, or advance higher because blah blah blah. You put in your flaws, you put in your excuses. And guess what? I've done it too. But guess what? Listen, we're talking about shifting our mindset. We're talking about pivoting, and time is escaping me. Let me get to hurry. So, some other things that causes us to think negatively. Thank you. I got some, are having negative influences. Think about it. Who's speaking to you? Or what are you watching? Who are you listening to? What are you listening to? Because when you have negative influences, that impounds on that negative thinking, that impacts on that negative thinking that we're already dealing with. Okay. And then you also have the what if, the catastrophe mindset. Like, how is this going to work? What if I want to start that business, or I want to go back to school, but what if this, what if, thinking negatively. Those things are what end up causing you to think negatively. Okay, next slide. All right, so for those of you who may or may not know, new watching this replay, part of why I'm doing this 8 steps to wellness, because I know the importance of one shifting your mind. I know the importance of when you deal with life and you deal with some lemons, and you have to pivot. Just short and brief, try to keep it in a few minutes. 2016, working in DC as a licensed social worker. Then I lost my job, no fault of my own. Then weeks after that, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And despite of those lemons being thrown at me, by the grace of God, he allowed me to turn my pain into my passion and into my purpose. And so now I have a new motto that cancer didn't kill me, but it's given me life and purpose. So I am speaking from a person who's been through, who's experienced challenges. I'm speaking from a person that has had negative things happen to them. I'm speaking from the place of having some financial challenges in, but still taking those steps of faith, still being willing to dare to dream, still being willing to speak life, still being willing to try to connect with other influences so that I can shift my mind, so I can go to a different place. And here I am now today, just even being transparent. This course, this 8 steps to wellness, this is something that I had desired to do in 2017, but I had those negative thoughts. I had those what if it doesn't work. I had those I'm not sure because I have technical challenges. So I'm coming from that place. I know, but guess what? Taking the 8 steps of wellness. I'm daring to dream, and I'm empowering you to do the same. So next slide. So how we're going to do it? Next slide. We're going to shift. How we're going to shift? We're going to change like a leaf. Say we're going to change like a leaf. Put leaf in the chat. Put leaf in the chat. Like, I'm going to change like a leaf. And y'all know what time of the season it is right now. It is the fall season. And actually, there was an actual picture that I took when I was out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to use this for my presentation. However, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to download it, but I do have just a little example in the slide. But I really wanted to show y'all the different variations of a leaf. How I had a green leaf, I had a yellow leaf, a brown leaf, um, a reddish leaf. Oh, they were so beautiful, and they were all changing. They were all shifting, and so we have to shift like a leaf. Be willing to change. Be willing to pivot. Be willing to go to that next level. And the way in which we do that, one thing, say one. All right, I got some participation. That's right. Okay. One thing we're gonna do, one, let go of toxic thoughts. Let go of the toxic thoughts. Let go of those toxic thoughts. Say let go. You can put let go in the chat. Let go. Because we're saying leaf. L period E period A period F period. Let go of those toxic thoughts. Toxic thoughts. I can't do it. Nobody loves me. Um, I'm not good enough. I've been rejected before, so why try now? Um, what's another? I've I've been distracted. I messed up, so I can't get up. Negative thoughts. Let go of those negative thoughts that you have, and let go of the negative thoughts that people have put on you. You're never gonna be nothing. You're just like your mom. You're just like your dad. You're just like blah blah blah. Those negative thoughts. Let go of those negative thoughts. So number one, leaf. Let go of the negative thought. Then we have E, embrace your growth and gaining. Embrace, once you let go of those negative thoughts, honestly, you start to begin to attract that positiveness. You begin to attract the positive. And when negative tries to come at you, you'll push it away and not receive it. Okay, because you don't have to receive everything that comes to you. Same way if somebody offers you a gift, you don't have to accept it. Okay, so for the E, embrace your growing and your gaining. So embrace it now. Okay, I've pivoted. I've let go of those negative thoughts. It's now time for me to reap my harvest. It's time for me to grow, and it's time for me to gain. It is time for me to grow and gain. And so, as you are embracing, knowing that growing also includes growing pains. Growing pains is a part of the process. Working out kinks, that's part of the process. Okay, but still be willing to still grow and learn in the process and gain. Be willing to, it's your time. Be willing to, when somebody wants to bless you and offer you something, and there's no negative interior motive behind, receive it. Receive it, especially when you have planted and put out some good seeds, and you've helped and blessed other people, whether it's by word, your talent, or your treasure, meaning your money. Listen, embrace it. And then, like this leaf, accept the challenges and access the help. So challenges, again, are part of life, a part of the journey. And think about it. Conflict, this is something I learned when I was studying social work. Conflict brings about change. We don't often like conflict, but it's sometimes, if there wasn't a conflict of racism, which unfortunately we still deal with it in 2021, but Dr. Martin Luther King wouldn't have had no reason to raise up. Okay. Maya Angelou wouldn't have had a reason to keep writing all that poetry that she left. And for you, the challenges that you are experiencing now, that you have experienced, listen, that conflict that you're dealing with, that is pushing you to actually rise up to another level. Me dealing with cancer, me losing a job, that's putting in that passion for me to, like, hey, even though this happened to me, that challenge has caused a change of me saying, listen, I want to empower somebody else to know, even if you're at a low place, you can still rise up. So challenges are a part of the process. But all in addition, accept the help. Accept the help as you are stepping out on faith. Accept the help as you are pivoting and shifting your mind. Be willing to accept the help and access. Sometimes you got to ask for the help. Say, ask for the help. Sometimes you have not because you ask not. That's what the words say. I'm just saying. And then definitely, even though it's last but not least, the F, forgive. Forgive yourself and others. Say, forgive yourself and others. Listen, we've all made mistakes. We have offended and we have been offended. We have said some things that weren't pleasant, and we probably had negative things said to us. Be willing to forgive yourself so you can advance, so you can grow, so you can move forward. Because God said it honestly, if we don't learn to forgive others, He can't forgive us. And I don't know about you, there's some things that um that I've said, that I know I've done, that I'm like, God, please have mercy on me. So we got to forgive others. Yet asking for help, you know what? Listen, you're going to have to learn, because I don't think it's going to be in this class, but we'll see. Asking for help might be hard, but you know what? I'm going to just do a quick nugget. That's a sense of pride. That's a sense of pride. I don't even have time tonight in this course to talk about that, but that asking for help when you don't, that's a sense of pride. But again, I don't have time to go into that because I got a lot more to share. Okay. But thank you for still being honest. You could work on that. I'm telling you, you can, Sarah. You really can. Because a closed mouth can't get fed. A closed mouth can't get fed. So it's it, it's so important to ask for that help. It's so important. And pray, okay, God, who do you need me to ask the help from? If that's the challenge, ask for that discernment as to who do I need to ask for the help from. All right. Next slide. And I just want to give y'all a heads up. It's not time yet, but if any of y'all have any questions or comments or whatever, definitely make sure you put them down so that when we do have the live Q&A, a few of y'all want to have the opportunity to ask your question live. Woo-hoo. I'm excited about that. So we got to do just a little exercise. I want you to think, take a moment. First, we're going to do 3 deep breaths. Okay, this is what I teach some of my clients to help us to relax. Okay, so we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Y'all ready? And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time, when you inhale, as you are inhaling, I want you to think about at least 3 positive things that you are believing that you will do soon, that you are dreaming of. I want you to, or that you desire to go. Let's say you desire to be on an island. That's what I'm going to think of. But I want you to think of that. So you're about to inhale that coming into your life and that manifesting in your life. So when we do it breathing this time, I want you to breathe that in. And then when you release, I want you to let go of one toxic thing that's been holding you back. Okay? Y'all got it? I believe y'all got it. This thing is on a delay. I know you got it. Okay. And breathe in that positive energy. Inhale. It's coming to you. It's coming. It's coming. And release that negative energy. Let it go. I hope that was good for you, because that is one way that you could begin to help yourself when you feel that those negative thoughts are racing in your mind. When you feel like you're just too much is happening, then you could stop and take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to recognize and be present so you can gather your thoughts and calm your soul. Okay? And remember what? It's a new day, it's a new moment. Okay? All right? And so remember, the way of shifting your mind is gathering yourself, aligning yourself, and remember, one, pray. Pray without ceasing. Reset. Be willing to reset, start over. You know you could start over each day, each hour, each minute, each month, each year. You could start over, because the reality of it is we make mistakes, and as long as you're still breathing and human, you're going to make a mistake, because you're not God, you're not perfect. Okay? Think positively and challenge yourself. Challenge yourself when that negative thought comes, like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna keep feeding that, because as you feed that negative energy, then it will grow. Think positively and trust the process. Trust that God is ordering your steps and he knows what you need. And try. Say well, I already tried. I tried that before. I tried speaking, or I started writing my book and I stopped, and I started my business but I stopped. Well, try again. Try again. When you're shifting your mindset, that means you have to be willing to turn directions, go to a new direction, to be willing to pivot. Okay? And next slide. So shifting to go higher, because you have now pivoted, because you have let go of toxic thoughts, because you have embraced that you're growing, you are um, accepting the help, you are accepting that, knowing that challenges are part of the process, and you have forgiven yourself and others for your past mistakes and what they've done to you. Now you can begin to shift and go higher. You can say, I am shifting. I am shifting and I'm challenging my thoughts. I want y'all to say it. And if those who join the live, y'all, we might get to say it together. I am shifting and challenging my thoughts. I am shifting and challenging my thoughts. Listen, and one way of shifting and challenging your thoughts is declaring and making those speaking life over yourself and speaking what you believe is going to happen. And one way is, I will put in the work. Say, I will put in the work. I will put in the work. Why? Because faith without works is dead. We have to do our portion, and then God can put his super on our natural. He said he will do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask and or think. And then also speak and declare, I'm going to succeed. I'm whatever I put my hands to, I'm going to succeed. And be willing to connect with others. Know that your connections are coming. Whether that connection is a a coach, life coach like myself. Hello, hello, shameless plug. Or you might need a partnership, or you might need just someone who has a service that you need. You might have a service that you need. Yes, thank you. Got the feedback in the chat. I love it. And be willing to know and trust. Part of that trusting is know that God is going to provide for you and your family and your business and your ministry or whatever you're doing, as long as it's, of course, pleasing Him. Okay, got to add that in there. And be willing not to quit. Say, I'm not going to quit. Say, I'm not going to quit. Say, I'm not going to quit. I told you, I've been wanting to do what I'm doing now since 2017. But I was having the negative thoughts of thinking again, because looking at, I had my Moses syndrome, thinking I couldn't do it. But guess what? I'm showing up. And as long as somebody else shows up, I'm going to keep showing up. Hello. And guess what? And even if you don't show up, the great thing about technology, I can speak it, I can record it, and then replay it. Hello. People from behind, people can watch the replay. Okay. And then also, know that your setbacks are teaching you. Your setbacks are teaching you. In order for you to step out on faith, in order for you to shift your mindset, you have to know there will be times where it seems like you just flop out and like you fall flat on your face. It may appear like that. But to be honest, the greatest thing is as long as you don't quit, as long as you get back up. Listen, uh, again, we saw in on tonight, you were seeing me live. We started out live, but I lost internet connection for some kind of way. But nevertheless, I had to pivot, right? So as long as you don't quit, next slide. As long as you don't quit, listen, as long as you don't quit and you keep on taking your 8 steps to wellness. And before, after this, we're actually, for those who are interested in the live, actually in the live Q&A, I would like for you to go ahead and click on that link. Click on that second link. The second link, I sent you 2 link. Um, Click on that link and you will be queued up. If you have any questions or comments, I hope you have some comments and things, because I want to hear some of your takeaways. But meanwhile, let me talk about the 8 steps to wellness, dare to dream, the benefits of participating in this course, and also the benefits of also having a committed coach like myself. Okay. One, I'm providing you confidence, clarity, and courage to go forward. I am a living example of what that looks like. If confidence and clarity and tenacity were a word, you would see Gladys Peaches Kenney. Hello? But I'm an example. And so you can learn from me. And also, I'll be that committed coach. You know, I'm full of sense of humor. I'm authentic and I enjoy what I do. I really enjoy empowering people to regain their voice and confidence that's been lost through fear, doubt, and anxiety and rejection. I know that all too well. And so that's why I do what I do. And then the other benefits of joining that, either hire me as um, your one-on-one for one-on-one coaching services, or you taking up any of these classes, signing up for any of these classes, is you'll gain healthy coping skills. You'll also end up getting positive feedback, having accountability, having that motivation to push past your excuses, and having your goals met. Having your goals met. And of course, you'll have different worksheets, assignments to do, but it's just so important that you definitely be willing to invest. And even if you don't, let's say, even if you don't join my program, even if you don't want to hire me as your coach, I highly recommend that one, that in order for you to go higher, you there's I don't there's no way, in order for you to go higher, you can't be on the same plane. You have to be willing to shift. You have to be willing to advance and connect to somebody who's higher than you, so you can learn from where you're trying to get to. You can't be on the same plane level and think that you're going to advance if you don't. You have to add more, because you get to a point where that you've reached that ceiling, that cap, that if you don't add anything else, you're going to be stagnant. And if you were part of the owning your success, we talked about that. We talked about being stagnant. Stagnant things die. Okay, so you don't have to join 8 Steps to Wellness or sign me be your coach, but I just implore you to get you a mentor, get you a coach. If you need a therapist, get it all, because in order for you to advance, you need somebody to be higher than you to pull you up. Okay. All right. And it's not to say that you don't have different expertise and goals and strengths already, because you're an expert to somebody. Let me say that you're an expert to somebody. Okay. And also, that's just some of the benefits. And if you've joined any of these lives, just put a 5 in the chat if you have gotten anything out of tonight's um shifting your mindset class. Put a 5 in the chat if you have learned or were reminded of something that you can do to help you shift higher. Can I get a 5 in the chat to let me know that I'm on the right direction? I'm sharing some faith nuggets, dropping some jewels. All right, as long as all I had was one, I know I'm doing something. Okay, I know I'm doing something. And those of you again, I want y'all to if y'all I want y'all to join the live Q&A, which is about to start. My other announcement is save the date, Saturday, November the 27th from 1 to 4. I will be live and in person. Of course, COVID procedures being guidelines being utilized. I will be at the Owens Mills Library, Baltimore County Owens Mills Library. I will have my books. I will have my Stepping Out on Faith book available. I will have my Hayden's Happy Sad, Sometimes Mad Feelings book dealing with mental health. I will have some other book projects that I've been a part of, and probably some t-shirts and other different products. Come out. That'll be the Black Friday weekend. That's Saturday, 1 to 4. Come on out, support me, tell a friend, so you could actually, see me in person. Okay, I'll be taking pictures for those who show up. All right, now it's time for the chat and the Q&A. Do I have anybody who's ready to have a question? Any questions on tonight? Anybody have any takeaways? Anything they want to share? Next slide, because it's now time. Excuse me, for the Q&A portion. I'll do a brief review. Meanwhile, be sure to follow me at Faith Steps 8 and Stepping Out on Faith, Dare to Dream on Facebook and on Instagram. We have people. Okay.
I actually did have a comment. There were a lot of takeaways for me,
Okay.
um, especially
What is
the
your wait?
part.
First, say your name and where you're from. And
Hi, everybody.
hello.
My name is Sarah. I'm from Baltimore.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you.
So I definitely will say my main takeaways were, asking for help, really taking the time to hold yourself accountable, and then also learning something a little bit higher than you.
Oh,
Because, at the end of the day, we all need help, and it
right.
always helps with guidance.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing. And yes, you're right. Asking for help is part of the process. And I can tell you that I'm a coach, but guess what? I have coaches. I'm invested in. I have coaches because I want to go even higher as well. So just know you're not alone. You definitely need somebody who's more advanced than you. And then also asking for help, although it can be humbling, but it's so important because if you don't talk, if you don't speak up, people can't read your mind, then you miss out. Stop missing out on your blessings. Go get what's yours. Ask for it. Again, if you're not sure who to ask for the help and support, ask God to direct you. And He will. He definitely will. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I'm so glad. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Don't still stay on, but don't log off. I think I may have somebody else. Anybody else who have a question, takeaway, comment about shifting your mindset? I thought I saw another person. Your mindset. Oh, hi, beautiful.
Hi, how are you?
I thought I saw another person. Oh, I see. There's a delay. Well, it's all good. So, say your name and where you're from. Your mindset. Oh, hi, beautiful.
Hi, how are you?
I thought I saw another person. Oh, I see. There's a delay. Well, it's all good. So, say your name and where you're from. Your mindset. Oh, hi. I think somebody may have to mute. So if you're not asking a question right now, you can go ahead and mute yourself because that might help the process.
Hello?
I think somebody may have to mute. So if you're not, I'm not sure how to solve this. Testing, testing. This is just shifting. I'm gonna have to pivot some kind of way. I'm gonna have to pivot. Let me check to see. I can't see anything. So you guys hold on 1 second. We're shifting. We're shifting. We're trying to pivot. We're trying to pivot so we can figure out because I definitely want to honor those who have questions, comments during this live Q&A. Meanwhile, while we are waiting, I want to definitely announce um again Saturday, save the date in about 2 weeks, November the 27th, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I will be at the Orange Mills. Um, okay, I will be at the Owens Mills Library from 1 to 4. Promote my books. You can get pictures. I have things, books for sale, packages, sell things on sale. So, and then also be promoting the coaching, one-on-one coaching. So, I think what the challenge is, a person may be logged into two of the different links, and you'll just need to be logged into the one for the live, just the live link, that second link that you may have in order to be live. Because if you do both, that's where I think we're having challenges. So just log out of just you only need the one link that would allow you to participate in the Q&A and log off of the extra one. I think that's why we're having the extra echo. But did everybody enjoy themselves so far? Because we're about to get this right. Because I definitely want to hear this feedback. I want to hear the feedback. And I'm waiting for to see if we are ready to see if it works.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, now you're nice and clear. All right. I love
Okay.
it. Okay.
Okay, I just had a question. What are some of the ways that you can connect with like-minded people?
Ooh, that is a great question. Great question. How can you connect with like-minded people? So, oftentimes, well, the pandemic showed us that even with us not being able to be with each other, we can still connect virtually with one another. And one way is, um, let's say if we're, I'm gonna give a like kind of like a simple example just to try to help. So when if I'm interested in doing like a DIY, right, and I want to try something, let's say if I want to try cooking something because I love to make shrimp garlic pasta. I hope I'll make you hungry. Anyway, even though I've made it before, sometimes I just want to try something different. So what did I do? What do we all do? We Google it. So I'll go on YouTube and I'll look up and I'll see all those videos and different examples. I start reading the different things that or pictures or looking at the videos and things. And so I'm learning and I'm watching this person. And I might start following that person. Same way with kind of when you're connecting, let's say if you're like I'm an author. So because I'm an author, I also connect with other authors. So what excuse me, whatever area you are interested in learning or growing in, you can do a search on social media. You can also do a search on Eventbrite and say, okay, there's a conference, there's a workshop going on. I'm going to show up at that conference. I'm going to introduce myself and say, hi, my name is Sonia. I do X, Y, and Z. Hi, what do you do? And that's one way in which you start learning and meeting other people. Be
Okay.
willing to network, or like you showing up here. There, if y'all are open to it, I don't know if the chat is still available. I'm not sure if the chat is available. um but you can, share your handles, where if you are on social media, share your handles with other people to say, listen, follow me at, I keep saying follow me at Faith Steps 8. So that's a way in which you actually get to connect with other people. You do just your little, it's not much due diligence because social media really has a lot of different people, um, promoting their different things. You see different events. If it's free or if it's a low cost and it's worth the investment, you check it out and be willing to take a risk. This stepping out on faith, it's about risk taking. Being
Mhm.
willing to shift, it's about shifting. It's about um definitely pivot and try something new and being comfortable being uncomfortable.
Okay.
Catch that? Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Even when you step in the room, you don't know anybody. We just did the example of taking the deep breaths. Take those deep breaths and say, you know what, I got this. I'm a set a goal. I'm gonna get 3 new numbers or 5 social handles. I'm gonna follow 5 different people today. Okay, set your own little personal goal, and that will help you. Okay,
Okay.
but you got this. You have that winning smile, that willing personality. Oh, you got this. You
Okay.
just open up your mouth and there it is. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, what I have a question for you. So that was your question, but what was your takeaway? What's one or two of your takeaways that you got from tonight's shifting your mindset? 8 steps to wellness, shifting your mindset.
My takeaway was from when you spoke about the try again. That definitely spoke to me because that's where I am. That if you fail or if you stop doing something, just try again. So I
Oh,
really, yeah.
and guess what? You got this. Try again. I'm trying again. I
Mhm.
I've started the coaching. I would just do a little bits and pieces, but now I'm literally doing it. I'm literally doing it. I'm learning as I grow. And that's part of the process. But guess what? The only way you're going to fail is if you completely quit. And I'm not rocking and rolling with no quitters. I'm rocking with movers and shakers. Put in the chat, I'm a mover and shaker. Put in the chat, you're a mover and shaker, and you know that you're going somewhere and you know you're stepping out. Okay? Know that you're stepping out. It's your time. Yes. Networking is great. Yes. You got to network. You got to ask for help. You got to be willing to pivot. Be willing to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Do y'all know it felt a little uncomfortable that y'all started out with seeing my face live, and then all of a sudden I get a message that pops up saying your internet is going off, and I don't know if it's the internet. I just paid for new internet, so that's crazy. But guess
Mhm.
what? I had to keep going. I couldn't say y'all the class is over. No, I had to pivot, and so you're looking at a coach who is pivoting right in the process,
Mhm.
but still smiling, still going forth. And yes, it felt uncomfortable, but sometimes again, be as you in order to shift your mindset, you must be comfortable being uncomfortable, but knowing that God is going to direct you, that God is going to provide, that God will prepare, and God will make a way, and he'll give you what you need. You got this, y'all. You're shifting your mindset. You got this. You
Thank
got
you.
this. You can do this. And for those who are listening and watching the replay, listen, I am accepting only a few one-on-one coaching sessions clients. But I'm also, if you are interested in the any of the other classes, next week we'll be talking about don't settle. And also after that, we have the affirmation workshop, course. We have the You're Equipped. It's not over. And definitely the stepping out. It's time to move. Move means motivation to be an overcomer through victorious execution. Move. So we have some power pack courses still coming up, and you don't want to miss it. You can register for that course individually. They're $39.99. The whole package deal will grant you access to be able to actually get receive all the replays of all the 8 courses. In addition, you get to have the opportunity to join live and to join the actual live Q&A. But I'm glad you guys participated. Again, I am Gladys Peaches Kenney, your faith motivator, author, speaker, cancer survivor. Thank you so much for tuning in on tonight's class. Hope to see you on next week. And follow me at Faith Steps 8 and Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream, my Facebook page. And that is all. FaithSteps8.com. Share, tell a friend, share, tell a friend, tell a friend. You know a coach, you know a faith coach, you know somebody who will support you, motivate you. Thank you. Definitely you can go and receive 2 free chapters of my first book, Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream book and workbook. The chapters are one on procrastination and stepping out, because once you push past your excuses, you can step out and do what you've been called to do. And then my book dealing with mental health and helping kids deal with stress, bullying, low self-esteem. The happy, sad, sometimes mad feelings book that is available online on Amazon and also on my website at faithsteps8.com. That's also available. And if you want to meet me in person, because you are watching this replay, if you want to meet me in person live, then join me on Saturday, November 27th, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Baltimore County Owens Mills Branch Library. I will be live and in person, promote my books, t-shirts, products. You don't want to miss. If you want to meet me live in person, come check me out. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for those who participate in the live Q&A. I Hope that you got the nuggets that you needed and the direction in which you need to go. Know that you got this. You can change like a leaf. Say, I would change like a leaf and pivot. Okay. All right. I'm signing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. God bless you. Have a great evening. On the rights of this music.